Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mega Karelina. I'm a student of Syarif Hidayatullah State Islamic University, Jakarta, Faculty of Teaching and Education, Department of English Education. Now, I want to tell a story about a novel that I had read before. The title of the novel is FORFEIT. The novel story about a friend who was willing to risk his life to solve his friend's problems, a husband's loyalty to his wife, a wife's passion, and a sacrifice about the crime and scandal. There are several characters of the novel. They are James Tyrrell, Elizabeth, Brett Chekhov, and Fedor Stud. The story begins when Brett Chekhov ran horse in his report, and he did it because Berchekov has problem with a horse dealer. After that, Berchekov talked to Tyran about the problem in their office. After Berchekov talked with Tyran about the problem, he fell out of the window of his office and then he was died. Tyran was decided to solve Bert's problem and he will investigate about the problem. Even Tyran have considered what the affected will become of the problem to his wife. After that, Tolly newspaper asked Tyran to write an article about horse races that will go on quite famous in 1960 until 1970. Courtesy of his editor, Tyran began investigate and interview to people who was involved in horse races during an earlier period. And then Tyran find out that there are crime scandal that related with horse races during an earlier period. And Tyran tried to unfold this crime in his article to prevent the crime scandal in the next horse races period. And the thing certainly evokes threats to Tyran and to companies who was involved in. Tyran lived only with his wife. The name of his wife is Elizabeth. Elizabeth has the disease. The disease is polio. But Elizabeth was so lucky because she has an assistant who very kindly to her. Her assistant always accompanied, especially when Tyran was at work. In investigation this case, Tyran was affair with his work partner, Gail. She is a girl of mixed races. But in the other side, Tyran always the feelings of guilt and remorse to his wife, and that become the reason Tyran can leave his wife. It was the affair be created by Fedor Stud to trap Tyran, so that Tyran won't to write the article for him. After that, Tyran admit his mistakes and apologized to his wife, and he promised not doing it again. That's why Fedor Stud's plan is foiled. But Fedor Stud not stuck in that way. He also made Tyran injury one of his members. And that also as a threat for Tyran. But however, Tyran still can't write the article. And from that, Fedor Stud so angry and he was decided to come to Tyran's house. And he was beating up Tyran until battered. And Fedor Stud threatened to Tyran to take off auxiliaries to Elizabeth if he still forced unfurl the scandal and if Tyran unwilling cooperate with him. After that, Elizabeth reminded to his husband and asked to protect his body from attack by Fedor Stud. In order to save his wife, Tyrion followed the instructed by Federer to drink whiskey. But after that, he was able to escape and he went to more safe places. When Elizabeth and Tyrion on the road, Tyrion makes struggle to stop Federer's car, and then Federer's car was driving fell over. After that, Federer stood an accident and he was died with his friends. Finally, Tyrion and Elizabeth surviving threats. Okay, I think that's enough, and I hope we can get a lesson from the novel I have been telling you. And I'm so sorry for all my mistakes. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.